Alright guys, today we're here on Red Feather Falls to test out the new 10mm handgun. This is actually kind of two videos in one. It's a new item field test because we're going to be taking a good look at the 10mm as I just said. And it's also kind of a gunning for gold because there's a competition going on for it. And I'm going to be trying to place in that. So the competition is to harvest 10 different species. I'll try to list them off if I can remember them all. White-tailed deer, mule deer, black-tailed deer, Roosevelt elk, Rocky Mountain elk, wild boar, feral hog, red deer, roe deer, and gray wolf. So the highest scoring of each is your competition entry. So you want to get the highest total score of the 10 species. And all of the species have to be shot under 30 meters. So let's take a look at the pistol itself. Look at the loading animation. Looks pretty nice. There's no scope. So we just get the open sights currently. And you actually get 20 bullets per ammo pack, so you get 60 per hunt if you don't buy any extra from the store. So I'm sorry I spawned a bit early, but I wanted to hunt elk first, and I tend to spawn early for them, so I know it's a bit harder to see, but we'll see it in the light a bit later on. So my master plan, because in this video, or on this map rather, as well, I guess I should say, we're going to be going after Roosevelt elk, black-tailed deer, and white-tailed deer. That is the species on this map that are needed for the competition. So we're spawning here. I'm going to go up into this region, and I'm going to work my way maybe, I don't know, over this far, and then I'm just going to fast travel to this tent because it tends to be a good place for Roosevelt elk. And then I'm just going to continue my way just down through here most likely. I'll either do that or I'll go directly across. That didn't work. My drawing didn't happen. I'm gonna go maybe this way and down. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So that way I can go through black-tailed territory and right into white-tailed territory as well, and I'll work my way down this way. So it's gonna take me a while, but hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully we can get a couple of nice animals for the comp. If we do, then I'll definitely continue hunting for it. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully this 10mm performs quite well. I'm curious to see how it's gonna do on elk, because that I believe is the biggest species that's allowed for weight-wise. So it should be interesting to see how it goes, but I suppose we'll find out quite soon. Alright, we've got a real nice bull elk coming in, 335 to 380 score estimate. We need to make sure he's under 30 meters before we take our shot, and I think he's under right now. He's not in a great spot, and he doesn't know we're here, so we'll wait till he gets a bit closer. But I think if he had some more back tines, and I'm not sure, the other tines look pretty alright. He could definitely be up in the 380s range, but I think he's maybe 350 or 360. His frame looks pretty solid, but I don't know. See how this 10mm performs. That was not so good that he turned. We got a body hit. I'm not sure if 2 hits are allowed. I knew I should have shot a bit earlier. I'm actually curious to see if that'll kill him. It looks like he was bleeding fairly solid here. 63 to 79%. This is going to be the last blood track. 46 to 62%. That might kill him. That might just kill him. Alright, so this is the 3rd consecutive roaming track that is not blood. It sounds like we got another elk down there. Guess we'll call him this way. Then I'm going to get out of here in case it's a small one, and we definitely want to get this one. I just saw him roaming here, that's why I'm crawling, but I don't think that shot's going to kill him. If we have 3 consecutive roaming tracks that aren't blood, I'd say he's not going to bleed anymore, and with that shot he will not die. But hopefully he's not too far from here and we can get back within 30 meters without too much problem. I thought that branch there was actually his antler for a second, but it's not. I'm probably gonna hang out on this rock, wait till this other elk that I just heard comes in so I can see it, and we'll go from there. Actually, I might see it now. Oh, ours is coming back. Well, in that case, we'll have to come back for that elk, which called I don't know. Somewhere over in there. See what we got this time. It looks like lung blood. Yeah, he didn't run far at all with that. So let's hope this is going to count for the comp. I do believe he's a pretty decent scoring elk. Yeah, 347. So a little lower than I was hoping, but not bad. So right lung on that shot. Alright, I like this. It's kind of showing off the new handgun about as good as you can with the trophy shot poses. Unfortunately, no sunlight here. Alright, so now I want to go check out at least the weight of that other elk and see if he's worth going after. Because unfortunately he was a bit low scoring. I was hoping he was at least 350. 347 is not a bad elk though, especially just to have one attempt on, so we can spend more attempts on the feral hog and wild boar, which is going to be more important overall, trying to get a really high scoring one. So that's good news, at least that we have a pretty solid elk on the board. Hopefully we can get like a 160 blacktail and maybe a 170 whitetail if we're lucky, but right now we're still checking on this elk since we know he's here. Alright, we got a couple of blacktail coming in, including a fairly decent one here, maybe scoring in the 150s. There's a smaller buck. Oh, we got spotted. That is not good. He might be under 30 meters. Sometimes the rangefinder's a bit off. Took him right down, though. See if I can see a bigger buck running anywhere. Just see that doe. Alright. So it's possible that that's not going to count. Hopefully he was just under 30 meters, as the rangefinder said. 29.4, very nice. And a 149 score, so not too bad. Harvest counted, cool. So let's get into the light here now that we can actually see, and we'll take a bit of a better look at the gun. I can't give you the third person, unfortunately, because I don't have a tent here. You can see it's a pretty nice looking gun. Pretty much what you would expect from a 10mm model. One thing I didn't mention, it's got a 9-round clip. So lots of shots, and that's probably why there's 20 rounds per ammo box. Otherwise you'd get one extra bullet left over after using a full clip, so you get 2 full clips and then 2 more shots after that. So it's quite nice. That was actually pretty impressive. It took down the black-tailed deer with no problem. I guess that's pretty much what I expected it to do. If it didn't, that would have been probably not so good if it couldn't drop a blacktail at 30 meters, but it certainly did. So I'm liking it so far. I like the sound it makes as well. That's one thing I didn't get to mention after shooting the elk, because there was kind of the whole issue of not hitting it good at all. But it definitely is a cool gun. Something I'll probably carry with me fairly often when I'm deer hunting. Maybe when I have a rifle with me, because when I don't have a rifle with me, I tend to carry the 308 handgun because it's got good range, and this one might as well. That's something that I'll have to find out, but probably not in this hunt because we're trying to get everything under 30 meters. But we've now got a solid elk and a solid blacktail. We're going to continue over through blacktail country until we get to whitetails as well, because we could definitely improve on our blacktail. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, it looks like our whitetail is not going to be quite as impressive, just 100 to 125 score estimate. But he is now in range for the comp. So we'll take him out with the 9mm, or the 10mm rather. Definitely has no problem taking deer down. I like the reload animation, actually. Alright. Single lung actually dropped this guy, so that's good to know. Hey, if the score ever calculates. There we go, 118. I got a doe over here that I lung shot, so I am pretty much all out of time for this video. I like to keep these fairly short, the field test, because I just want to give you guys a look at the weapon and allow you to make your decision on whether or not you want to purchase it. Of course, I have to wait 9 minutes until I fast travel. What I was going to do was show you the semi-automatic aspect of it, because it is, in fact, a semi-automatic pistol. I was going to go to the range and show you that. I guess I'll have to wait 9 minutes first, so maybe I'll be lucky and find another whitetail. I don't know. Alright, so we're here at the range just to try out this semi-automatic capabilities here for this 10mm. can definitely get pretty good fire rate, and actually we're getting left lung with some of these shots, so it's got some pretty solid penetration even on a species that it wouldn't be legal for. Yeah, not bad at all. So if you don't have the 44, I would probably recommend getting this, because the 44 does seem a bit more or a bit less powerful than this from what I'm seeing so far. I'm having a bit less trouble taking down animals than I would with the 44. The only disadvantage of this currently does not have a scope that you can equip. We just have the open sights, but we might get one at some point. That's hard to say. Actually, no, because of the action. I don't think we'll get a scope for this because the action, that wouldn't make sense. You'd have to have the open sights, I believe, on this one. But if you need a defense gun, I think the black bear is the only species that can attack you that this is legal for. But if you hunt red feather falls a lot, or if you're hunting bear a lot and you need something that can fire quickly for defense, I would recommend getting this over, say, the 44. The 454, the disadvantage of that is you can't hunt deer or something with it. So this is kind of the one thing you can carry that has a fast action, and you can take some bigger animals with it as well. So if you don't have a handgun already and you want one to carry, I would recommend getting this one. It's definitely got some pretty good power to it, got a fast fire rate, and it seems to be pretty good, and it looks good too. Let's get down into the sun so you can see it a bit better. Definitely not a bad looking gun, so okay, I guess I can't climb that. We'll go into third person. As I said, looks pretty nice. I would recommend it if you don't already have a handgun. If you have one, it's totally up to you. It's definitely a fun gun to have, as you just saw, shooting it 18 times in a row, just semi-automatic. Fun to use, so in the end, of course, it's your decision. I don't want to make this video too long. As I said, I want to make it fairly short so you guys can watch it and make your decision on whether or not you'd like to buy it. So with that, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.